All right, everyone, and welcome back to the midweek market wrap up with myself. If you don't know who I am, my name is Michael Nauss. I'm a chartered market technician and quantitative trader. So, what we do every Wednesday, we sit down, we go through futures, we go through stock market, we go through the FX market, we go through the crypto market. We try to figure out what's happened so far this week, have a plan going into the end of the week, and this all culminates with a live stream that I do Sunday at 7 Eastern each and every Sunday. So come check that out. If you want more of that or any of the programs that you see here today, link in the description below gets you to my website. And from there, you can sign up to my email list, or you can check out the tools, or Stats Edge Pro, which is just more of this kind of content each and every night where you don't have to listen to me talk, but you get kind of my insights and what I'm looking at in the market going into the next day. So let's just get into it. And as always, we'll start here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of interesting, where we were looking at this bear flag right here. Last week, we were looking at this bear flag right here. And now maybe we're making another bear flag right here. So, we are in the context of a large downtrend, and now we are in a small downtrend. So there's really no need for me to be bullish on the crypto market until and if we put in a higher low here. That's what I'm looking to see right now. We have this low back here. If we put in a higher low right above it and start to move higher, then it might be interesting, right? A lower high. And then if we can kind of get above that, then we'd have a lower high and a higher high, and it might be time to get ready for action. Now, if we go into just some individual, this is the only name that I'm kind of looking at right now on the looking at crypto. I go through all of the individual names. I want to look for relative strength. So how Bitcoin's kind of hanging out right near this prior low, Matic seems to be doing pretty well, and it's hanging out right above these lows right here. So if Matic maybe gets going above these highs, maybe $1 even would be the way to play it. I am interested in that with a stop just under this right here. So interested in that, but it's got to get going for me to get super excited. Aussie yen. I'm short some Aussie yen. Again, I've been playing this potential rounded top for a long time here. Haven't been doing well in this area, but I think we may be getting a little high getting put in here. They say bottoms are a event and tops are a process. We may be putting in that individual process here. So into the overall stock market, S&P 500 continues to pull back. Two areas that I'm watching is one where we are hanging out right now. This is the anchored VWAP from this high and this low. More importantly, this low, which is the lowest low in the bear market so far. So we're hanging out right there. Again, if we get some push up from here, that will be interesting. Also, this low right here, which is about 390 or so, where we bounce back here and we bounce back here, that might come into play as well. As long as we put in, like I was talking about with Bitcoin, as long as we put in some good area or a low above this low right here, then we may just be in an uptrend again. So this may be a pullback into an uptrend, and maybe then we end up pushing higher. So until then, we have a lower low and a lower high, or sorry, a higher low here. So if we put in a higher low and then start pushing up, that's the definition of a trend change, right? A downtrend is lower lows and lower highs. So if this high breaks that high, that's a higher high. If we can put in a higher low and start to move up, then we are in an uptrend. One thing that I always want to point out is there is a world between being in an overall uptrend and being in a downtrend, and that's just us chopping sideways. So I would not be shocked if we spend the next few weeks or months just kind of hanging out around and chopping sideways. Looking deeper into the market here, I see some relative strength in China. I've been watching this for a while now, where we've had a pretty substantial pullback in the last few days in the overall stock market. China and Chinese names seem to be holding higher, so take a look for your favorite Chinese names there. If the market starts to bounce, my bet is usually that the strongest sectors within that bounce. And what's not the strongest sector right now is ARC, which looks like it's putting in a bear flag right here. So if we break down and start to push lower, then, I use, as I have here for shit stocks, I have ARC as kind of my my way to look at bad stocks. So, you know, you want to talk about unprofitable tech names, things like that. That's what I use ARC as a proxy for. Into some individuals' names, this AMRC, I actually bought some of this today. Just full disclosure, I'll always tell you when I'm in something. Just kind of hanging out, pulled off this about 65-ish level. Bounce from there, put in a bit of a bull flag, and now it looks like it's breaking out. So I'm interested in that one. XONE, I'm also in a little bit of this, but I may add some. Again, just using these prior highs. There's another high back here that it broke out of and then pulled back. I love when prior resistance starts to act as support. That's kind of my favorite type of play out there. And speaking of, last but not least, not in this name yet, but this AMPS, same kind of thing, broke out of this prior high right here and is now pulling back in to test it. If we can get some support and start to push higher, that's where I'll be interested in buying that. So, as always, thank you everyone for coming out, checking out this video. Please leave a like, share it around. Again, if you're interested in more of this content, link is in the description below, and I will talk to you guys later.